Hello, everyone. I want you all to come in, hit that like, and hit that share button. I have two guests on that I want to bring you all on this financial freedom Friday night. So I want you to be tuned in and to understand and get introduced to what I consider as the greatest wealth transfer that we will have in human experience. Now, as you all are coming in, drop your city and state. Let me know where you are tuned in from. Put some hearts in as I get my guests ready and get them in the background introduced. And before we get started, I want to ask you a thought provoking question, or we can say a rhetorical question. I want you to answer that question at the end of the live stream, right? I'm going to ask you this question. Would you rather have a penny? Listen closely as you come in, still drop your city and or state. But would you rather have a penny that doubles each day for a month or $1,000? There's not a trick question. So I'm gonna ask it again. And I'm gonna ask it even slower. I'm gonna ask even slower. Would you rather have? We got Rob Hill coming in from Cleveland. Hello, Rob. Would you rather have a penny, 1 cent? I don't have one around me. That doubles, right? That doubles for each day for a month, just 1 month. Or would you have straight up, Queen, give me $1 million? I want you to think about that. I want you to, again, let me know where you are tuning in. And Rob, yes, you are the one. You are the number one. Checking in for the home state from Cleveland. Everybody else come in and hit that like and share button. And I'm going to not only, now Dave Ramsey, Susie Orman, they give you problems, right? They give you problems. This is not a live stream about problems. However, we will address some problems going on with the economy right now. For example, Amazon just announced that they're laying off 9,000 more workers. Now, they've already had earlier cuts this year. Also, because you all know I love to share my screen for the people that love to fact check. So let me show you this as well. This announcement, more than 1,400 stores are closing across the U.S. in this year, 2023. And here's just a list of these stores. We got Foot Locker. We have Silk and Smooth, Sheer, right? We have Tuesday Morning. Of course, you got Bed Bath and Beyond in this selection as well. Bath and Body Works is in this selection as well. Banana Republic, Party City, Best Buy, yes, Best Buy. And if this does not open your eyes, people, 1,400 for 2023, when has Walmart ever had to close some of its locations and close some of its doors? So as the title of this live stream is, that we are about to go through a global financial system reset. If you don't know, right, the banks right now, big lots included in this list as well, having banking issues, the 16th largest bank. So this seems like a repeat of 2008 when they began to have banking issues due to bad loans that were called subprime loans, but they just changed the name, put a twist on it, and it's called non-prime loans. And I always tell people that if you do not study history, you will repeat it. It's not going to be a middle class, right? We're going to have the higher income bracket, and it's going to be the poor. It's going to be the rich and the poor. The middle class will be eliminated. It will be gone. So again, the question I'm going to ask you at the end of this live stream as I bring my two guests in, and I want to welcome them for coming in today, right? And then you're gonna understand why 90 days, why you must make a decision by July. I believe that everyone's bank account balance is a direct reflection of their mindset. Let me say that again. I believe that everyone's bank account balance, right? Even though broke is temporary, Broke is temporary, right? It's a temporary state from unexpected events. But I believe that your money, I'll say it that way, not your bank account, that your money is a direct reflection of your mindset. And that broke is temporary, but poverty thinking is forever. You have to get rid of your BS, which I also refer to as your belief system. And you have to be 10 steps ahead. And this is what we are preparing you for right now in this live stream. How is the monetary system changing? How you can get 10 steps ahead of the curve, and how you can implement some things that you may never heard of, such as perpetual income and royalties and passive income. And so we got some more people. Hello, Marilyn. Our twin flame says yes, yes, yes. And you all do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button. Whatever platform you're watching on, we're live streaming, and a lot of platforms, hit the thumbs up. That lets the algorithm know that we are live, and we can get more people in as I bring to the stage my two special guests, my men of power and prosperity. Mr. Jeff Trills is in. Trillionaires Club with Mr. Jeff Trills. He's going to be my main co-host tonight. And also known as Coach Price. Coach Price is in the building because Coach Price said the price and the time is always right. The price is always right, isn't it, Coach Price?
And this ain't that, Coach. This ain't that.
Coach Price
Hey,
said
look,
the
so
price is
since
going to
Jeff,
be
hey,
right.
we gonna say, since they always say the best for last, Jeff, last, I'm gonna go ahead and go first, y'all. Hey, look, what Coach Tanya, Coach Jeff, and Coach Me have came a part of, it's I really tell you, it's game changing and it's life changing. It's like being at the right place at the right time. And people always say, I wish I would have known. I wish I would have known. And I can't say what I want to say because we on a Zoom, but my granddaddy used to say, hope in one hand and do something in the next and see which one fill up faster. So out of respect for my Christian, I'm gonna just say the hope. So just imagine what saying is. So we in a right place at a right time. And I almost slept it. But because so much love for me, I was on vacation. I was chilling with family. And I'm like, man, Jeff, I'll check out when I get back. He like, no, bro. I say, Jeff, Grandma, we in the garden working. I sent him a screenshot. My hand was the tar. I said, man, we working, we planting something. He like, man, just get in and just check it out later. See, this our problem. We pick and choose our poison. And sometimes when you pick and choose, you lose because you done lost so much over here that when the right thing come to your face, you got tunnel vision. See, we on the country, my grandma and them, we used to have mules that used to walk down behind a plow and they had blinders on. They couldn't see left, they couldn't see right. You tunnel vision. So because we done been burnt, we done lost over here and we done lost over there. Now that the right opportunity come your way, you don't want to look at it. Whether you decide to partner with Tanya, Jeff, or me, or whoever invite you on tonight, some major. I'm gonna give you the example, and then I'm gonna let my boy Jeff take it over. We knew the pandemic hit, and you see, I rep this trillionaire elite. I got my own, but I rock with trillionaire elite. Go hard or go home. But if we knew the pandemic hit, we would have invested in 3 water and hand sanitizer. I apologize. And Zoom, because that was our commitment. Now we got some that's presented tonight that we are 10 miles ahead of instead of 10 miles behind. So for all y'all on tonight, we not here to sell you nothing. This ain't no hype. This ain't no fluff. This ain't no bark. This ain't no bite. And you don't even have to do it. But we positioning you that you walk off a job sooner than later. And with that, I want to bring up my mentor, my boy, my Jeff Venture. He knows all the information. He was having fun. And Jeff Ventura Tree, baby. Oh, buddy, want to say hi, Jeff. Hold on. Say hey, buddy. Hey,
What up,
Jeff.
buddy? I see you, buddy. I ain't seen him in a long time. What's going on, everybody? It's so funny that we have that. And Latanya, your shirt in the mail, girl. We got you.
It's in the mail.
Girl.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Well, give me a size. I get it in the mail.
Check out the Coach Boomy who reposted that quote. Everyone's money is a reflection of their mindset.
That's correct. That's 100%. And that's a powerful statement you said, Latanya. What's so powerful about we're going to learn tonight is basically what Latanya was saying. She's showing you in real life what's going on in the real world, and people's mindset that's tied behind their money is going to be highly affected with what's going on, right? So what I'm going to be sharing with you guys today is literally a blueprint and a game plan for you to win. Simple and plain, right? What we've been doing, we got exposed to about 4 months ago, is life-changing because normally the rooms that we in, the project that we got access to, normally would not be available for the masses, right? But because of this project and this connection, it's now available for the masses. And so I'm gonna play you a couple of videos, the couple of videos that I saw that got me excited, and then I'm gonna show you how this money works. So, like Latanya said, let me ask you a question. How many of you guys ever heard of perpetual income? If you heard of perpetual income, type a 10 in the chat. If you never heard about perpetual income, type a 1 in the chat. Just want to see who I'm talking to tonight. All right. If you ever heard of perpetual income, type a 10 in the chat. If you never heard of perpetual income, type a 1 in the chat. All right, because I want to know who I'm talking to. Right? Because before this, I didn't know what perpetual income was. I mean, I watched Shark Tank and I watched Kevin O'Leary talking about I would like to have I'll give you the money and I want $1 in perpetuity. Right? I didn't know what that meant at the time. Right? Didn't know what that meant. Okay. But now I'm gonna let you know, I'm gonna let you guys know what that means because we're now making it. So I'm gonna show you what that means now because we're now making it. But let me ask you another question. How many have you heard of residual income? If you heard of residual income, type an 11 in the chat. If you've never heard of residual income, type a 2 in the chat. I see we got 10 from my man Richard Duffy, right? But there's a lot of ones I'm seeing right now. Okay. Now, in the residual, we all heard of what residual income, right? But we never heard what perpetual income is. Let me go over that real quick. Residual income has to do with someone paying someone on a consistent monthly basis, right? Residual income means I, a human being, is paying someone else, company, or another human being every month, and that is residual income. The moment I, the human being, the customer, stops paying, that residual income from me ceases, stops, is no longer active. Okay, that's residual income. So it had to be deal with a human being taking money out their pocket and going to pay something every single month. Now, perpetual income is something different. Perpetual income is when a project, a product, a company is paying someone over and over again, not depending on the human being, but it's all based on the project. So as long as the project is getting the residuals or getting the income, right, from the project, or somebody's going to buy that project, and I'm going to show you in real life. If the project makes a profit, I get $1 off of every single product sold, right? The owner of that company can sell to another person. I still have a perpetual income from the project because the company still exists. For the life of the company, I'm making a perpetual income. The life of the project, I'm making perpetual income. It had nothing to do with a human being as regard of paying them. But if the project is producing an income, I'm going to get my perpetual income off of the project, product, or company. You guys understand that? So which would you rather have money coming in from every month? From a person or a project or a company? 100 in the chat if you want to come from a project or a company, and a 3 in the chat if you rather have your money come from a single person every day. You see, this is the power of perpetual, and I'm sure how we get perpetual income here. So let me go and show you the video that I saw where you're gonna find out that 100, right? Yeah, we want that money coming perpetually, no matter what a human being does. A human being could pass away, that doesn't affect me. As long as that company is producing me another income, I'm paid for the life of the company, not the life of the person, right? And perpetual income, God forbid that person pass, another, right? No more money from that person, but that company I'm gonna get paid for the life of the company. And I want the health of the company to be great. I want the project of the company to be healthy projects, right? So we're gonna talk about tonight crypto backed by commodities. And we're gonna show you the company, the Debt Box project. That's the project. And we partner with that project to be able to get these licenses, these mining licenses at wholesale. But enough of me talking about it. Let me show you exactly what I saw that got us excited. Stand by.
Hey guys, Travis Flaherty here, IX Debt Global Ambassador, and I am privileged to be here today with the Debt Box co-founder, Jake Anderson.
Travis, thanks for having me.
I'm so excited. We're coming to you on site. Tell us a little bit about where we're at.
So we're at our drilling rig in Nebraska, and this is one of the first rigs that we've put up for BGLD. And it is actually the project that's supporting the token that we have.
So exciting. So listen, for those of you that have been following along, I want to start off by asking Jake a couple of questions. How does this really differentiate from what's going on in the cryptocurrency space? Because you guys are really setting a precedence right now with the difference between speculation versus tangibility. Talk to me a little bit about that.
Yeah, and so what we really want to do is create something that fulfilled a need that we saw in the industry, which is something that created the excitement of some of these, I guess you call them meme tokens, that are out there that have a great upside potential and everybody likes to see that, but also that has something that's backing the project, much like a utility token or something like that. But how do you do that? And so what we've created is a unique tokenomics that blends crypto with commodities. And oil was the first one that we went out at. And as you can see here, we're in Nebraska drilling for oil, and we've got some pretty sizable deposits here. We're very excited that we hit our first payload, and we're going for our second one. And all of the revenues that come off of this, that go into BGLD, will actually buy token out of the market and then burn it to never be seen again, which is going to constantly restrict supply and create demand.
Well, so let's talk a little bit about, so you see the BGLD right here on our hat. So the black gold licenses just sold out. I've got people that are still reaching out going, can you get me just one more? So black gold was your proof of concept, so to speak. Talk to me a little bit about just the history of black gold.
Yeah, so we launched black gold back in November of 2021. And so it's we're coming up on a 1-year anniversary of that. And we started at a price point of 5 zeros and a 1, and we're currently trading at about a penny. And so that's roughly a 10,000% increase in value over the course of a year. And so we're proud about that, but that's really not, the height of what we're proud of. What we're proud of is we're actually doing something that's changing the industry as a whole. And we're getting looked at from a lot of different industries, a lot of different companies, because the backing the commodities with the crypto and tying those things together is something that's never been done before. And so far, it's been really good.
Well, I want to talk a little bit more about this ecosystem and really how you're impacting the entire cryptocurrency industry, because let's face it, let's go back and even look at the last bull run that the industry had. I mean, there was a lot of speculation, there was a lot of hype, there was a lot of coins where you had celebrities or influencers that were, tweeting about coins that had dogs or foxes or pictures on them, and they had no purpose, no real world value whatsoever. And I think a lot of people got sucked into that. And so, if we look at what you're doing, some would even say that it's kind of like the dollar when it was backed by gold before it was removed from the gold standard.
Yeah, similar.
And we know what's happened to the dollar in the last 50 years or so when it comes to the value. So you guys are, I think that the cryptocurrency industry as a whole is really looking for more substance as we move forward to bring in that credibility factor. How do you see yourselves playing a role in that as we move forward?
If I could narrow it down into one thing, it's stored value. And that's really the key. Anything that's considered, a currency should have stored value. It shouldn't lose 90% of what it's worth over the course of 50 years. So a lot of people during times like this, they'll flee to gold, silver, and some of these things that actually have appreciation and value. And that's what we're trying to create here, is the digital format of that. And so our tokens are all supported by commodities and or digitally linked to the commodity itself, in the case of gold, silver, and palladium. But with oil, it's backed by the projects. And so this is one of 4 rigs that we have that are in the process of either being set up or are currently drilling. And there's many more coming.
Well, and to have a cryptocurrency portfolio prior to your ecosystem, I have to go out and buy different projects and ultimately hold all my coins in a wallet or some type of an exchange. But you guys have really given people the ability to be able to participate in many different projects, some that are moderate risk, some that are a little bit more aggressive. What are some of the projects that you guys have recently just rolled out?
So if we start at the beginning, we have black gold. We have a project called digitally linked gold. That's a little bit different. That's more of what you would call a conservative, because every token that's minted is actually tied directly to a gram of gold. And so with that, you have three choices. You can either hold it, you can sell it, or you can redeem it. In other words, every token that a DGL or DLG miner mints, you can actually redeem for the physical counterpart. Now, since nobody's going to take the physical counterpart of a 55-gallon drum of oil, it allows us to play with the tokenomics a little bit differently and give a little bit more of an upside potential. And so what happens there is we have an initial total supply of coin that's allocated. And every time that money comes off of one of these rigs, it goes and buys that supply out of the marketplace and burns it forever, which is going to constantly reduce the supply, but also increase the demand. You know, basic supply and demand economics would tell you that if that happens, the price goes up. And that's kind of what we've seen.
Yeah, it's exciting. So we've got a total of 5 live projects right now. Mm-hmm. Black gold sold out. You know, one of the things that I am super excited about is this Explorer project and this satellite that we're working on. Talk to me just a little, because people are really excited about the possibility of partnering with a project, the first cryptocurrency, to my knowledge, that's going to have a satellite in space.
To my knowledge as well. Yeah, and so if you look at the technology that we use for all of our projects, what it is, and the way to explain it in a simple format, is it's kind of like an MRI machine. And what we do is we use a satellite technology to scan the Earth for different metals and different elements. Every element on the periodic table puts out a different frequency or vibration. And we can calibrate the machines to actually look for that and hone it down. And in our gold, we actually fine tune that to the part where we can actually go out into some of our mines in Africa, and we can actually see exactly where that gold vein is going. We know exactly what depth it's at and relatively know kind of what's there. And what that allows for exploration companies and prospectors to do is actually mine in a more eco-friendly way. And so we reduce a lot of the overhead burden for companies that are going out there because instead of doing strip mining or speculation, they know what they have and they know where to go get it. And that reduces the cost to them. So that technology becomes extremely valuable. And that technology is what is the underlying kind of foundation of every one of our projects. And so we use that for oil, we use it for natural gas, we use it for gold, silver, palladium, and we'll use it for everything else coming up. Right now, we currently contract that work through Google, and so we use their satellites in order to do it. But in launching Explorer, part of that roadmap is actually to launch our own satellite into space. And we're actually going to do that pretty quick.
That's a lot of fun. So, you know, I learned something today. 92% of the wells that are drilled are dry. And that's not very eco-friendly. So, you know, you guys are doing a lot on the eco-friendly side of things to be able to help people to pinpoint these projects with incredible accuracy. And that allows them to not only save a ton of money, which is essentially why they would potentially want to partner with you, but it's also great for the Earth as well.
It is.
So that box here has accomplished a huge milestone over the last week or so. You just hit how many licenses sold?
We just broke 1 million licenses sold.
1 million licenses in 19 countries around the world.
In 10 months?
In 10 months. Guys, the best predictor of future performance is past performance. Now, with that being said, there are no guarantees in anything that we do here, but I do want to say this: success leaves clues. And I can tell you, I could not be more excited and more proud to be aligned with you guys with this project. And could not be more excited to see where the next 12 months takes us. So with that, Jake, thank you so much for having me out here today. I appreciate it.
It's been fun.
Woo! Let me tell you. That's what I saw when we have the ability to have real life projects like the oil mine that they were just standing on. Oil, natural gas, aluminum. We actually have cryptocurrency backed by the oil mines that we either own or get a royalty from. I need you to understand that. It's not like, oh, we're going to get it from a third party. No. We own the mines that the oil is on. We either own it or we have royalties coming from it. Meaning, we know somebody else that said they want us to scan their land. We scan countries. Let's give you the big picture. We have countries like in Ghana, where I'm from. Ghana gave the Debt Box Project full rights to scan the land. And everything that we discovered for them, we get a royalty off of every ounce of oil coming out the ground. Every ounce of gold come out the ground, we get a royalty once all of it is sold. If you don't believe me, I'm going to show you the real life scan technology that we have called Explorer. That's also a token that allows us to show anyone where their precious metals are. Precious gold, oil, aluminum, whatever on the periodic table, we can scan their land and show you exactly where it's at, how much of it's in the ground, and how long it's going to take for you to hit the first pay dirt, aka when you strike oil or strike gold. We know exactly how much feet below the ground we need to dig to hit the first pay dirt. And instead of me telling you this, I'm going to show you this. So let me show you what we saw.
And you all, as he bring this up, I'm gonna let you bring it up. I want you all to think about this, or even drop it, whether you're watching this live or on the replay. You cannot make unlimited money, right, with unlimited tools. We're gonna show you the technology, right? He talked about earlier that video about the asset class of cryptocurrencies. These three main asset classes. They have a store of value, which is what we're showing you now, right? Commodities that have been around, as Robert Kiyosaki says, the author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, the best financial advisor, I believe, that's ever lived and teaching financial education. He says commodities has been around, before the cockroaches came, and they'll be around long after. So you cannot have unlimited income potential, unlimited money with unlimited tools. So we're going to show you these tools, show you the technology that helps you, like he said, on the periodic table. Every commodity in this earth realm has a different frequency and vibration, and how exactly this works. Someone said the eco-friendly approach. You can go ahead and bring it up, Jeff.
Oh yeah, no, I love eco-friendly too.
We got a vet from Cali, Coach Price. Coach Price is also a vet, so welcome in. The Cali vet. You all come in, let us know what city and state you are watching from as well.
So go ahead and bring that, right? Bring my screen up real quick, Superstar. So I should bring the screen up. Understand that what makes a commodity is that no one owns it, right? That's what makes a commodity a commodity. In the world of Bitcoin, it's a commodity because no one owns Bitcoin. In the country of Ghana, where the oil is in the ground, no one owns it. We discovered and mined it. So that's what makes it a commodity. You understand? Someone has to discover and mine it, but no one owns it. It's God's money. Okay? So this is what was already here before we got here. And now it knew its purpose, and we dug up and was able to provide the purpose that these commodity was designed for. So let me go and show you, like I say, the money. Let me go show you the money right quick.
I have a video that's never been shared. It's just a quick 60-second video. This is technology that we are bringing to the table that's never been done before. I've had this video since Africa. I texted the owners tonight and I said, let me ask you a question. Would it be okay if I shared this video? And I just got confirmation that they're okay with me sharing it. So I'm going to share something with you that has never been shared before publicly anywhere. And I think you guys are going to understand the fullness of this opportunity right here. If you have somebody that was on this presentation and they logged off, you might want to tell them to pop back on here real quickly, because I'm about to show you guys something pretty exciting. Oh no. Oh, there you are. Okay, I lost you guys. Okay, you guys excited for it? I'm pretty excited to share this with you. So we still have, there's a large majority of you guys are still on here. All right, hang on a second. I'm pulling it up now. So you guys know that we do 2D imaging that allows us to be able to scan the Earth. and identify pockets of gold and oil and other commodities. So this is the concession that I showed you that I was standing on, that we were at. This is hundreds of thousands of acres. We own this land. This is our land. And up to this point, our technology has allowed us to be able to do a 2D rendering of the land. And then we can, through the vibrations and the algorithms, we can identify where that commodity is. This is going to be kind of tying into some announcements that you're going to be hearing about next year. And that's all I can say about that. But I want you to see what we are bringing to the table in 2023. This is the first 3D imaging. All of that is gold. All of these gold lines that you're seeing are gold that is in the ground. But look at this. This is the first time this has ever been done. We now have the capability with technology to be able to bring to our companies 3D scans where they can now see underground and all around and everything that would be in their way from a drilling standpoint, and tell them exactly where their commodities are, exactly how much. So if you realize how much money that this can save them, and if you understand that, you'll understand why. I'm gonna play it one more time for you because this is such a huge deal. Nobody in the world has this, and this is I can't even say more. I can just tell you guys that this is Explorer. So I'll play it one more time for you. If you understand the value of what this can bring, think this can be water, this can be gold, aluminum, helium, copper, silver. This is our concession. This is the scans that we've done of our land. What you see is gold. These hills are full of gold. And this is the first time in the world that 3D scanning has been able to be created. And this is in conjunction with some pretty cool announcements that you guys are going to be hearing moving forward. If you understand the value of this, you'll understand why we are projected to be $1 billion company next year, and why I'm excited about the value of what we're bringing, not only in the cryptocurrency space, but the physical counterpart, the physical side of our company is absolutely mind-boggling. So you guys saw that first. No one has seen that yet. And I just had a chance, got permission from the owner to be able to share that with you guys. So with that, now I'm going to say goodnight to you guys. I appreciate you being here. By the way,
this right here is game changer. This right here is game changer. How many people would have loved to have the ability to have their land scanned? Countries have their land scanned and get accuracy, right? Accuracy on where their oil, gold, palladium is in the ground. And when we find it for them, guess what they get to do? Give us a royalty over everything that we found for them. So understand that the real life commodity is real, right? The real life commodity is real. Okay, that's real. So that's not on trial. We know that we have crypto backed by commodities. We just showed you the commodity side. Now let me ask you a question. How many of you guys actually know what mining is versus buying? Do you know what mining is in the crypto world? Do you know what crypto mining is? If you know what crypto mining is, throw a 13 in the chat if you know what crypto mining is. If you don't know what crypto mining is, throw a 0 in the chat so I can see who's on the chat. So because it determines what I'm going to show you guys next. Okay. 13 or a 0. 13, that means you know what crypto mining is. 0, you don't know what crypto mining is. Okay. We got Nicole that says she knows 13. Right. All right. 13. Okay, we got one person. Okay, Tracy Cole. Okay, perfect. 0. This is awesome. I'm gonna show you guys the importance of crypto mining versus crypto buying. Okay. So this video I'm gonna share with you right now is going to kind of break down so you can understand where we are in the crypto world, where we are in the stock world, where we are in the financial world, so you can get a really understanding of what this is on a visual big boy level, right? So I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to show you this one. And all I'm doing is showing you what we saw so you can get the information right from the horse's mouth. And then after this video, I'm going to show you how we make money, how this works, and what we really got our hands on. So this is the part you don't want to miss. Stand by. And while I'm doing that, LaTanya, you have anything you want to share or add?
No, you just going to bring up the crypto mining.
Mm-hmm.
Right now.
Yeah, what I'm about to
No,
bring up is
it's just something just is simple for people that may be at a zero or don't know. That I was just looking up. This just was a Google search away, right? Make passive income as a crypto validator on these blockchains, and that's exactly what we are bringing to you about the passive income. You don't have to stake anything, right? You have to validate what is called crypto nodes, and those are also some things. Just like if you were making a banking transaction and you swipe that card or you insert the chip and you put in your PIN, it has to be validated that you actually have that money in your bank account to make that transaction. Now you will be purchasing the digital software, right? Because each network node has a whole blockchain. Every transaction is known. So when a transaction occurs, they need people to purchase the software to increase the validation process. And so it is, in my opinion, with the crypto world, right? We talked about AI and artificial intelligence. It's the best of both worlds because you're getting passive income from just helping the validation of this. So I'm gonna add this to the screen now, Jeff.
yes, yes, yes. All right. So let's get into this video as we break it down and show you what products we have. How does it look in real life? So I can show you exactly how you can access what we are able to do now. Okay. So let's do it. Let's run it.
First thing I want you to understand is the project we're working on is called Xnode with a company called IX Global. IX Global in our first year, which was last year, $20 million in sales. This year, already to date, from January to December, beginning of December of 2022, we've done 185 million. Okay, so something is going on here. Okay, now what they've created is a first of its kind commodity-backed cryptocurrency. And when I say commodity backed, it's things that you're already familiar with, such as gold, natural gas, oil, aluminum, satellite systems, eco culture stuff. Okay, so it's really, really important. Now, because I'm talking about crypto, I do have to put a disclaimer in here. Crypto products and NFTs are unregulated and can be highly risky. There may be no regulatory recourse for any loss from transactions. I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Please do your own due diligence, and past performance does not guarantee future results. Okay, I want to slow down here real quick on this. So more than likely, you're familiar with Bitcoin, which was the primary, very first cryptocurrency that was released. Now, there's a difference between buying coins, tokens, or mining tokens. Okay, when you purchase a token, you are actually purchasing like one digital asset coin, and whatever that value is, that's what you have. So if you purchased on the left one Bitcoin, it's worth whatever today's current market value is. However, what if you had the ability to purchase a software license and generate or mine your own tokens? So the example I'm going to show you right here, because if you understand this, the rest of this is going to fall into place very easily for you. When you purchase a Bitcoin, it has a token, it has a limited current state value, right? But when you buy a license, what happens is those mining software programs, they mint or mine tokens. And so every day. So what if you could actually, instead of just buying Bitcoin, what if in this example, you actually had a software program that you bought a license for that maybe every day or every 5 days generated an actual Bitcoin? So that's what I need you to just kind of understand conceptually, because then everything else is going to fall into place. So if you're not familiar with cryptocurrency, it's a digital payment system that doesn't rely on banks. Okay, that's what's important. It's basically something that's peer-to-peer. It's easy. It's practically instantaneous. It is recorded on a blockchain, which is a public ledger. It's stored on what they call digital wallets. And back in 2009, when it kind of really started to become main, interest, that's where Bitcoin kind of jumped into the forefront. Now, I pulled this up just because I thought it was kind of interesting. I typed in Google how many crypto millionaires are there in the world. there's over 81 people that hold at least $1 million worth of Bitcoin. So if you think about that, there's a lot of people that have done very, very well in not only Bitcoin, but there are thousands of other tokens out there. Okay. Now, when Bitcoin really kind of started to grab some speed back in 2012, one Bitcoin was worth $5.30. Well, you move it up to today's current values right around 20. It actually peaked up. It had some peaking areas, which were insane, that you could look, if you look at the peaks here, these big peaks and highs right here are what they look like here and what they look like here. And then they settle, and then they have a burn, and then it goes on, and then you're going to see we're going to settle. And then more than likely it's going to do the same thing. Now,
hold on. I want to go back real quick, and I want you guys to see this, visually see this, right? If you notice, when Bitcoin started in 09, right? 09, or right here it says 2012. There was not much movement here until 2017 going into 2018. That's when you saw it go up to around 15,000 a coin. Then it kept going up, went down a little bit, go up. And so what I want you to understand, that in the beginning where we are, it's all about token accumulation. If you understood what you understand now, I mean, if you knew today that, if you know if you knew back in 2012 that in 2022 or 23 Bitcoin would be at $28,000 a coin, how many coins would you have accumulated back in 2012? Put that number in the chat. How many coins would you have wanted to have in your portfolio before the price of Bitcoin went up to what it is today? Type that in the chat. I want you to visually see this so you can understand where we are and the power of a coin token accumulation. Put your number in the chat of how many coins you would have wanted to have back when it was $1 or pennies. How many coins would you want it?
And then they have a burn, and then it goes on, and then you're going to see we're going to settle, and then more than likely it's going to do the same thing. Now, the other thing to be very sensitive or understanding of is the returns. Now, I'm not guaranteeing returns on anything, but if you look at what they have shown, it's pretty insane due to the fact that in a 1 year, Bitcoin was up 275% compared to gold and the stock market. But if you look at over a 10-year period, we're talking over 7 million% that it went up compared to everything else, when gold only went up 39 and 19 for the S&P. Okay, so Bitcoin and most of the top ranked digital currencies absolutely blow everything else out of the water. Okay, now if you look at this one right here, you've got actually what cryptocurrencies, what was something worth. If you invested 10 years ago $1,000 into one of these projects, which you're familiar with, this is what their current value would be if you put $1,000 in, compared to what Bitcoin is. It's not even close, right? So that's something to consider. Okay. Now, the other issue that we are all dealing with is the purchasing power, and the value of the dollar is plummeting. Okay. Where this isn't something I'm not having to tell you that you probably haven't figured out. The other thing is the stock market is, most people's 401ks are turning into 201ks. Now, here's what I need you to understand is, what if there was a way to create or have a place to store your, wealth, store assets, buy assets and stuff like that with a very good upward potential. Okay. Now, last couple slides on this, and I'm going to get into exactly what we're doing here. The cryptocurrency is going with or without us, right? It's just moving forward. The adoption of it is going there faster than the internet was adopted. Okay. And if you look back in history, all of these different things, there's a ton of big brands now that are accepting payments, and a lot of big banks now are putting these on their investment portfolios. Okay. Now, last slide I had on here, that because I need to get your attention to, is most of us obviously experienced some pretty crazy ups and downs with our life over the last few years. Savings, if you look at this chart right here, has absolutely plummeted, and people are using mostly debt to get their life going. Okay. You have got to look at this point in your life an alternative for creating and generating some kind of wealth. I believe that we have it, okay? With the partnership between IX Global, which is a 2-year-old company, and Debtbox, okay, we've created a thing called the X nodes, the nodes. And what they are is they're decentralized, eco-friendly blockchain technology where we have real world commodities that are backed by these cryptocurrencies are backed by real world commodities. Just some of the projects that we currently have. If you look to the top left, our main utility token is DET. We have black gold, we have grow, and I'll go through some of these. So you can see there's a bunch of them. We have digital silver coming and so on. But when you see the technology that's the proof of the assets that we have, it's going to blow your mind. One of which is the reason they've done this is they actually own the proprietary, software programs that can do a satellite scan of the planet and or any areas that they're looking to do, right? And what happens is they can identify literally like up to 6 meters, or I'm sorry, 6 millimeters, 6 inches from major oil wells, gold, silver, aluminum, things like that. These are just some snapshots from some of the oil well in Nebraska. Okay, here's another one that we have from that same thing with the largest mining, one of the what do you call it? These mining towers here in the world. Okay, this is what they use. We just signed a $62 million contract with Ghana. Ghana, Africa actually did this because of what our technology does. Okay, now I want to show you. Let me jump to this. Here's something that just came out, and I got to show you this. One of our tokens is called DLG, digitally linked gold. And this is an actual 3D rendering. Now, I pulled the video up. I'm going to show you this real quick. I mean, exit the PowerPoint. And I want to show you this. This right here is actually what our satellite systems do, is they can scan and they will go through and they actually can, without digging, find exactly where the deposits are. Everything you see on here, those are gold deposits, veins of gold. So an aerial, tall aerial view of what they've done. We zoom in and you can see what they look like, where they're located. Do you think this is of value to anybody? The reason Ghana, Africa signed such a big contract with us is due to the fact that they now don't have to strip mine and destroy so much. They don't have to displace communities. Okay, so we're doing some amazing things here. Okay, so let me get back to the PowerPoint. So we have real satellite technology that's going through and doing this. That's how we are able to get these. Now, what happens is these tokens, these actually projects like black gold, which is the oil. This one is supported by all of our assets that we already own. Okay. And partnerships that we have, because these companies are hiring us to do that. This is the future of what technology can do for companies. So I'm just giving you an overview here, and I'm going to show you what it means to you here in a second. Okay. Let me speed through some of this. We've got our DET, which is our utility token. We've got our GROW, which is a project that does high yield agriculture. Okay. Again, something that's eco-friendly, something that's really benefiting the planet, that kind of thing. Natural gas. Okay. We've identified some of the largest natural gas reserves in the world using this technology. Explore is actually our project that is attached to the satellite systems that we have. And there are some huge announcements about to come out with the partnerships we have and with our own satellite systems. Okay. So it's going to be huge. I mentioned the black gold. I showed you that. Aluminum. Okay. If you think about some of these, now here's the deal. What if you had the ability, because each one of these tokens has value to it. And what if you had the ability to go in and purchase a mining license, and then you owned it perpetually, or you can rent them. I'll show you that in a second. And then for every license that you purchased, it created rewards. So you purchase a license, it earns rewards. You can withdraw it, you can cash it in, you can put it in your bank, you can buy other assets with it, and so on. So we have rental licenses and we have perpetual. Perpetual license typically run on about a 4,000 day thing. So that's close to 10 years. We actually have already sold out of the black gold and the Nat Gs, but they are available for rentals. I'll get to that in a second. And then we have the GROW, and this is current pricing as me making this video right now. Like 1 10-year GROW license is $2,000. But what happens is it generates on a daily basis tokens. Same thing with aluminum, Explorer, DLG, and the other ones that are coming. With rentals, someone can come in and for as little as $250, choose one of the projects we have, rent those for $250, and it mines the same amount of tokens as a perpetual, but typically on a limited. It usually ranges from 30 days to 60 days, okay, depending on the project. Now, I'm going to show you how this works, okay? So what I had to do, or what I decided to do, and what you probably can do, is a couple things. You can become a member with by a subscription.
So I want to stop that there because I'm gonna show y'all in real life how this works, right? Right. So you just saw all the projects that we currently have. You saw the actual what we got going on with these projects, right? But I'm going to physically show you guys this and break it down. So we have perpetuals. I mean, those are, we say 10-year license, but it's really for the life of the project once again, right? And some of these mines, that actual gold mine that we showed you, that one gold mine that we showed you, it's going to take 87 years to mine all the gold out of that ground for that one project. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? We're not going to be here, and guess our heirs, our people that we leave the fortune behind, is going to benefit perpetually off of the gold mines that takes 87 years to get all of it out the ground. And that's just one exploratory place. That has nothing to do with the other ones that we got online. That has nothing to do with the gold, the oil, and it's a major situation. So let me go here and let me show you visually my one of my accounts, and I'm gonna show you guys what this means. So we have perpetual, it means 10-year or more contract, right? And then we have rentals that you can get your feet in the game. Now, let me do this here. I'm gonna share my entire screen this time, and we're gonna go head over to my little Zoom so I can show you through my phone how this works. Okay. All right. So if you're excited, I want to hear 100 in the chat if you're excited. If you want to know how to get your hands on these nodes, if you got any questions right now, make sure you ask it in the chat so we can answer them as you come. If you got any questions about what you saw, or you're excited, you said this, I like this, I'm ready to go, put me in the game, coach, then we can definitely do that for you, right? Now, here's what we're going to do. I'm about to go here. Let me know if you see my screen. Latanya, let me know if you see my screen, superstar.
Yes, we see it. We good.
All right, so you see the debt box, right? You see my debt box.
Somebody said 1 million. And why you all up? Why he's getting it up? Yeah, we see it. Well, I just see your screen. It says screen broadcast. You are sharing screen.
Yep. So let me go ahead and do that.
Okay.
Back up again. Hold on.
You're correct. Cardew, there's legacy wealth. It is. You know, rich and wealthy people, they brag about the money that they make off of leverage and not labor to build a legacy and to live a legacy. I know that's probably tongue twisting, but wealthy and rich people brag about the money that they make off of leverage, which is just software system, digital node, not labor. And they also brag about they're not only leaving a legacy, right? These are perpetual contracts in most cases with a minimum of 10 years of mining, but also living a legacy at the same time simultaneously.
Yes. Powerful stuff. So now that you see my screen, I'm going to show you. I have a whole section. This is my whole debt box crypto portfolio. So debt box is the project. IX Global is the exclusive wholesaler to sell these projects. So in order to get access to these projects at wholesale, you got to come through IX Global. That's the company with Joe Martinez, the gentleman that was able to connect the dots with the owner of the debt box and allow us to get access to these contracts at wholesale prices. Let me share with you what that means, how powerful that is. Let me go, and this thing is like Fort Knox, y'all. So, you know, we got to make sure we got the two-factor verification because this is our wallet, right? So here we are. I'm inside of my project. It's one of my accounts, and so I am able to look at what I bought, okay? So we have 9 projects, but 2 of them are sold out. So we got beverage, blocks, that's real estate, black gold sold out, explore, aluminum, natural gas, debt, that's out. This debt, the debt is like our Bitcoin. It's basically the coin that speaks for all of our projects. Grow, which is agriculture, and then we got digital link gold. Okay. Now, here's the concept. Right, this is our beverage token. All right, right now it's mine. It's a 10-year contract. So let me break down to you how these nodes work. So I bought the node. If we look right here, license price. This node right now costs, if you go to Debtbox by itself, the retail price of this is $5,200. I bought this license at $1,000 a piece. I didn't know I was testing it. I should have bought more, but trust and believe, I'm not missing out, and you shouldn't either. Right now, this particular license, we have a limited supply level. It's sold out. They were able to get more by wholesale, but it's sold out. This is another thing I want to share with you guys. These things they sell out. There's no like trying to be like on some like, oh, I'll come back and get it later. No, it sells out. So I want to show you, what I want to show you is how much we get it for wholesale. Okay. I'm going to show you how much we get that for wholesale so you can understand that we really get these for wholesale while everybody else is paying retail. Okay.
Wholesale. Let's go.
Yeah, we love some wholesale. So let's go to the actual BEV token. This is the BEV. Okay. Now I've already bought one. If the price went up, it was $27.50, but one. This says times 2. That means that's 2. Okay. That's not it. So one of them is $3,000 right now, and that's the wholesale price over $5,200. Would you rather pay $3,000 or $5,200? I'm paying $3,000 all day long. Right now, let me show you how the money works. So this is our BEV. This is our BEV token, meaning we own a manufacturing company that produces all the local beverages or beverages that's in like Target, 7-Eleven. They're in the stores right now, and so we own a manufacturing company that has certain beverages. Now, what's going to happen is, since we bought this company, the next run of labeling is going to have our label on it. It's going to say whatever drink that is, powered by the debt box, right? And it'll have a QR code where it scans it. Now, check out the viability of that. It's going to be strong. Woo! Let's go. Now, when I bought this license, I bought it at 4 zeros and a 1. If you look up the top, the first number on the left-hand side, that's how much each coin is worth right now. Okay? I bought this license when there was 4 zeros and a 1. It wasn't even a half a penny. And we saw this thing shoot up from 4 zeros and a 1 to $1.19. It just hit $1.20. So as you see right here, to the right-hand side of that number, right, that 120 is what it costs per dollar. On the right side, you'll see it says $815 is what I currently earned so far from this mining, this coin, this license being mined. Now, I generated 679 BEVs since January 24th. Now, remember, I paid $1,000 for this. So I'm already close to getting the money I spent for it back in rewards. Okay? So 120 times 679 coins gives me 815, excuse me. Right? Now, if we scroll down to the next box, right? It says reward balance. Well, this is the piggy bank. When the coin is mine, it goes into the reward balance. Now, once it goes from the reward balance to my wallet balance, the company has no control over my coins and my wallet balance. It's my wallet with my keys, and they can't even touch it. Only I can. Okay, so I hit the withdraw button, and I can withdraw this right into my wallet. And once it's in my wallet, if a hacker comes and hacks the company, guess what? It's only going to hack the 203 BEV coins I got, not the 476 BEV coins I got. AKA, it only be able to hack right now $244, but it won't be able to touch the 571. So we want to make the withdrawals, as soon as possible. But I want to wait because they charge you fees. But I'll go over that a little later. All right, so that's boom, that's it. What you're seeing right here is it's actually mining. So it just started a new mine just now, and it's mining for 24 hours. So every 24 hours, it puts my rewards in the reward balance. Now, if you scroll down to where it says license cycle, what they're saying on average, this is how much you're supposed to be getting from the mine. So it's like our gauger, right? So license cycle means it's saying that this mine produces 11.31 BEV tokens a day, right? And that 11.31 BEV tokens is worth $13.59 a day, right? That's what they're saying on average, what you should be getting. If you look to the left of that, where it says mined last cycle, this is what I actually made in the last 24 hours. I was able to produce or print 11.24 BEV tokens. And that 11.24 BEV tokens was worth $13.52. Not bad. I'm not mad that it's off a few pennies, right? But I let you know that it's mining $13 a day and it's producing me 11 coins a day. So the question is, how many coins can I accumulate before the price of 120 goes up? I need to have a lot of tokens accumulating. So how do we do that? Well, first of all, let me show you about this. So if I'm making $13 a day, let's do some real math. If I'm making $13 a day and every day I'm making 11 coins, right? And that's producing me $13 a day. Well, let's do the math. Let's go to the calculator and let's go $13 a day times 31 days is $403, right? That I'm generating every month from this perpetual license, give or take, right? Give or take. Now, how long will it take me to get my $1,000 produced or accumulated from this mine? Put it in the chat. About 2.5 months, right? So times 3 months, 403 times 3 months is 1209. Now, people that have a scarcity mindset, it's like, okay, I'm gonna get my 1,000 back and everything's to the good. No problem. We've been involved in a lot of things. We want to make sure we get our money out of the pot, and then everything goes. So say I took my 1,000, I liquidate my $1,000. It's back in my Bitcoin address, right? But guess what? The next month I'm making the same 403, right? Because I took $1,000 out doesn't stop my coin from mining at $13 roughly, because it can go up and go down. It can definitely go up and go down, but right now it's at $13. But this
it does not stop that crypto flow, does it?
That crypto keep growing. Right. Them coins keep growing, that crypto keep flowing. Now, you feel me? So now, what if I bought 10 licenses at $1,000? Let me show you what that would look like. You would, instead of 1, it would say 10. And before I do that, when I click on here, every license is, once the license sold out, once BEV license is sold out, they turn it to NFT. And this is my keys for my NFT. So everybody has an individual key for every license that they own. Okay. But let me tell you this. If I'd have bought 10 of these bad boys at $1,000 a piece, that's $10,000, right? That I would have put up. But now you see right here where it says $13 a day, put a 0 behind 13. And when you said 11 coins a day, put a 0 behind 11. Now I just immediately started generating $130 a day and accumulating 110 coins a day for perpetually. Okay, so let's go back to the calculator. Now I bought 10, and this is why I say this is better than real estate, because people buying $400,000 houses, dropping 10,000 down. Now they still owe $390 on the house, and they got to deal with tenants, maintenance, all kinds of things that can happen to the house, right? That's a form of residual income. Someone has to pay the landlord every month, right? So let's say this right here, I put 10,000 up. I'm now making $130 a day times that same 31 days. I'm now generating a $4,030 income or perpetual income from 10 licenses. Okay, how long will give me my 10,000 back? The same 2.5 months, right? 3 months, 12,000. And guess what? Once you got your 10,000 back, you still next month $4,000 next month.
Wow.
Next month, $4,000 next month again. If it goes up and down like Bitcoin, it doesn't matter. I don't care if it goes down to 3,000 a month. I don't have no overhead, ladies and gentlemen.
Right.
I don't got to worry about nobody calling me in the middle of the night talking about, it's a leaking in my house. Oh, somebody vandalized it. Oh, the toilet don't work. Oh, the bed is whatever. Okay. Now, I had a gentleman that said, Jeff, you know what? I like this thing so much. I have a disclaimer, right? We're not financial advisors. Can't advise you this. You do this on your own risk. Do your research, but that's why you're on here to do your research. But success leaves clues. And so this gentleman said, he said, Jeff, I got some cash value in my insurance policy. So I'm gonna take out 100,000. So he took out 100,000 and he bought 100 licenses at $1,000 a piece. Okay. Now let's put 2 zeros behind 13 and 2 zeros behind 11. He went from buying 100 contracts and increasing his daily income by $1,300 a day, and he's producing 1,100 coins a day. Let's do the math on that. I want you guys to understand this. And he get to pay his he's not stressed on how to pay his life insurance back, right? It's crazy. So now he's at $1,300 a day. Sorry, $1,300 a day times 31 days. He's at $40,000 a month. How long is it going to take him to get his $100,000 back? The same 2.5 months, right? Now that he got his $100,000 back, he's still making $40,000 next month. $40,000 a month after that. But more so than that, on top of that, remember, he's accumulating 1,100 tokens a day, right? So if you look at this right here, if you bought 10 contracts versus my one, that $815 would have been $8,015. That coin count of 679 BEV tokens underneath 815, it would go from 679 BEV tokens to 6,079 BEV tokens. You understand? At $1.20. Now, if he would have bought 100 contracts like my guy Jim, it would have went from 815 to 880,000. The tokens underneath that would have went from 600 to 67,900 coins. Just put 2 zeros behind the numbers, right? So it went to 81,500, right, for 100 licenses right now, and the coins would have been 67,900 coins at $1.20. So if it would have went up, and we're gonna do the math on this number right here, right? But I'll do you one better. I'm gonna show you another project. So if you understand what I just said, type a what you call in the chat? Type a 10 in the chat, right? Let me go here. Let me show you this. Let me go here. Let me show you natural gas. Okay, I bought natural gas. Now, when we came in the game, natural gas license was sold out. If you want to buy a natural gas license right now, it's going to cost you $70,000 a license. When I say we got the wholesale price for these licenses, we got a wholesale price for these licenses. Okay. Now, I got 1.3 million in this account, right? And it's not even, if you look on the left-hand side, it's at 0.0001695, right? No, it's a fraction of a penny. It's not even a half a penny. But even at a fraction of a penny, me having 1 million tokens, it still has some dollar value, right? $229. Now, if I just take $1 million, right, and we say it's not even a penny here, right? Let's go to the calculator. And this is why it's important. Oh, the wrong one. The wrong one, right? It's not even a penny here. I keep going over there. I need to go to the calculator. Cool. Right? I keep going to $1 million, right? $1 million tokens. I now accumulated 1 million tokens, right? If it just went to a penny, 0 times 0.1, that's a penny, y'all, right? That 1 million tokens that I'm sitting in right now in my account will be worth $10,000 right now if it were to go to a penny, right? But I'm not stopping there. I need way more tokens than the 1 million tokens, okay? Now, right now in that account, I'm able to have 1 million tokens, and that if it goes to a penny, that's $10,000. One of my other representatives that's in the company, she went ham, and she has 8 million 8 million and counting right now, times that same penny, she would be at $80,000. Now, here's the difference. This is where I talk about it's better to mine and grow versus buying and holding. Now, if you were to go ahead and buy the token on PancakeSwap, because you can buy the token on PancakeSwap, right? You would have bought 1 million tokens at whatever price would have been at, right? And now for you would have to hold and wait for that million tokens to go from a fraction of a penny to a penny, right? And from a penny to 2 pennies for your money to go up in value. But see, since we're mining the tokens, we don't care if it never goes up past a penny, because we're mining it. The more coins we accumulate, right? Because here, we see right here, 15,268 coins. That's how much we're getting every day from this mine. 15,268,000 coins a day. Yeah, it's only worth $2.59 right now, but we're not worrying about the dollar value, y'all. We're worrying about the coin accumulation. Because, like I showed you, if you knew back then what you know today about Bitcoin, how many coins would you have gotten? You guys said 1 million. You guys said that. As you can tell, 1 million ain't nothing, because I have 1 million coins. Now, if it goes to 50 cents, yeah, I'll be at 500,000, right? But I wanted to be where, like my other guy, Travis, he just in one day, because he had the mining. In one day, he accumulated 35 million tokens. Excuse me. Yeah, in one day, he accumulated 35 million tokens at that same penny. We did that. We got 1 million tokens. My homegirl got 8 million tokens. Travis got 35 million tokens that he cashed out in one day. That's not his whole portfolio. But he cashed out 35 million tokens. And at a penny, if it just hit a penny, that same Nat G, he would have made, is that right? Hold on, let me go back. Okay, 35 million. 35 million tokens he cashed out in one day times that simple old penny would have been $350,000. His one day of profits of coin accumulation would have been worth to him. His one day of coin accumulation would have been worth $350,000 at a penny. So imagine it goes to 2 pennies times 2.
It's about quality and quantity. Yeah.
There we go. All right. So that's basically what we're saying with this coins accumulation. We want to have as many contracts as possible, because the contracts increase the coin accumulation. If I had 10 contracts here, remember, I can't buy no licenses. They sold out, right? That's why when you see a license, grab it, because when it sells out, you can't get it. I can't get this license, but I can buy the coin, right? You see, my whole strategy now, y'all, I would never buy Bitcoin by itself. I'm going to buy it from the contracts, profits that I'm mining from these contracts. I can take the profits of these contracts and go buy. Remember the example of my guy? He's making $40,000 a month, right? He can take 28,000, which is what Bitcoin is worth right now. Let's see what Bitcoin is worth right now, right? 27,000, right? So he could take 27,000 out to 40,000 and buy a full Bitcoin every month. He could buy a few of Ethereums every month, and then with the rest, he can take a portion out for himself, right? Maybe 10,000 or 20,000 out for himself, right? Or let's say 10,000 out for himself, or 5,000 out for himself, and then buy more nodes, buy more perpetual license, because the goal is to increase it. Okay, the goal is to increase it. Does that make sense? The goal is to increase your money. Okay, let me go back here, because let me see here.
It's like purchasing an ATM or a goose that lays the golden eggs.
Exactly.
Perpetual income flow, right? Perpetual income flow.
Exactly. So knowing that, how many golden gooses you want to own that's laying golden eggs? Right. That's the question. Now you're probably saying, well, Jeff, how do we know it's liquid? How do we know that they don't want to put our money? Remember, I told you, whatever in this side of it is my wallet. So now, if I want to take this out, I can click on the swap button, and I say I want to swap out natural gas, and I want to put that into Tether, right? Hit the 75%, or we could type in whatever you want to type in. But you see right now that 920,000 tokens would give me about $154. and I can swipe it down to and send it to wherever I want to send it to. Right? I can send it to my Coinbase, my Binance, wherever you got USDT in. Right? You can send it to there. Maybe I want to send it into the BNB and BNB money. Right? Right? Maybe I want to send it to BNB. Right? Send it to your blockchain. Okay? From your Binance account right to your regular checking account that you connect to Binance. Maybe I want to switch it out to the USDC coin. Right? Now I got Coinbase, I got the USDC coin. I'll send the USDC right to my Coinbase and then download it right into my account. But I'm not doing that. But you can do that, right? So it's liquid. You can cash this out today and it'll be right in your account today. Does that make sense? Now, people are saying, well, how do we know a coin is liquid again? This is what we call a debt screener. And debt screener is where we actually have all our coins liquid. So here's debt screener. And debt screener is like a blockchain that shows you everything that's going on, what's being bought and sold in real life. So let's go to natural gas up top here. And all you need to know is that the liquidity is 470,000 and the market cap is 2.48 billion, right? You don't gotta know nothing about that. Okay, if you knew, you ain't gotta know nothing about that. But here's what you want to know. You see that the coins is being bought, it just went up, it's sold and buy, it's sold and bought, you can see it. And you can see who's buying and selling. Okay, people are buying and selling the tokens every day. So you can sell your tokens on the marketplace, and that's how you get your coins to be liquid. And that's every project except our new projects. It takes a little time for to mine those coins, but trust and believe it's going to be on PancakeSwap and these other places that we have these coins where you can actually buy the coins from. Now, remember we talked about it being a commodity? Because remember I told you about perpetual, I mean you're making money off of every single off the project or the product. Well, here's what makes this coin so valuable. Let me ask you a question. What makes a coin go up in value? When the coin is bought, the more people buy the coin or the more the coin is bought, the more valuable the coin becomes. What makes the coin go down in value? When the coin is sold, right? Now, what if I told you every month the project also buys coins? You see, it's like saying we got the aluminum out the ground, and now these big manufacturers need to buy our aluminum. But we tell them, like, you can buy aluminum, but you got to pay us an aluminum token. So what happens is the company has a trust, and the trust is designed to buy tokens out of the ecosystem. So as you see right here on March 19th, the company bought 1 billion aluminum tokens, right, at a 0.00852 per token. So the company's profits from the project was $8.5 million from the project. And we took that money and we bought tokens out of the ecosystem, right? What that means, less tokens to buy, more valuable it becomes.
Right.
Now, also what this means is if every human being sold their aluminum token, the aluminum token won't ever go back down to zero. Why? Because the project has money in the token itself. And the project is designed never to sell the token. So if I can't get those tokens and the token will never be sold, then that's money tied into the token that's from the project. This is why it's important to understand to buy crypto that's backed by commodities, because what that means when it says backed by commodities, the profits from the commodity feeds into the token and takes tokens out of circulation, so that if everybody sold it, that's on you. But every month the token is going to continue to put money into, the project are going to continue to put money into token, which over time will raise the value of the token because it's backed by the commodity, aka the profits from the projects. If you understand, type understand in the chat. Okay, so we do a burn for these projects, another $1 million burn, right? You can see the money, $5 million for 30 billion tokens. And here's the cool thing about the DebtBox project. We are very transparent. So we show you actually where the burn actually happened. And this is on BitScan. BSC scan. This has nothing to do with our company, has nothing to do with the DebtBox. This is on the blockchain. Okay? So you can see right here, 5 days timestamp, 5 days and 1 hour ago is when the transaction happened. If you scroll down here, token transferred, 30 billion tokens of natural gas and ATG, and this is where it came from, and it went to a null address. That's aka a burn wallet, meaning it can't be sold. It can only be bought. Once it's bought, it can never be sold again. So those tokens that was bought can never be sold to the open market. That means the money lives in the token. The projects live in the token. So we're showing you right now how this thing really works in real life so that you understand the value of these tokens and the value of when you purchase a license. That license to mine is very serious, because whether the coin go up or down, what you are guaranteed is more tokens every single day. All right. And so I'm going to stop it here, and I'm going to show you one thing from a woman that actually she's been doing this for she live off these nodes. Okay. And so I wanted to show you this real quick. You see right here, it says 4,000 tokens a day. We want to know about our coin accumulation. I'm not worrying about the price. I'm worrying about the coin accumulation. I have 48,000 tokens and counting. So it's at not even a penny over here yet either. It's at a half a penny. I don't care about the price. I care about the token accumulation. More contracts equal more tokens. If you see right here, it says mine last cycle, that's 4,000 tokens a day. If I bought 10 contracts, that'd be 40,000 tokens a day. If I would have bought 100 contracts, that'd have been 400,000 tokens a day. Don't worry, we'll give you the whole game plan when you get inside here. But let me get back to this screen right here. We're gonna end this right here. Okay, let's get back to. Oops, I'm opening things I'm supposed to open. Okay, so let's get back to what I want to share with you guys with a woman who actually understand. Okay, we got some understands. Cool. What's debt screener? Debt screener is where you get to see the Bitcoin. Okay, we get to see it live and direct. Debt screener, DX. And so let me share my screen here. Okay, let me see. Stop sharing. I'm going to share this screen. If you like what you see so far, let me know in the chat that you like what you're seeing so far. You're interested. You like what you're seeing. Right. Let me show you right here. Okay. So what you see right here is what we call. Oh, we're gonna bring it back up so we can see.
I got you.
All right. Perfect. So what you see right here is our debt projects. These are all the projects, right, that you can actually go read up on. For those who want to read up on the projects, you can go read up on here by going to the debtbox.com/projects. And we have every single project that you want to know about is here. You can read on it, and it's real detailed. Remember, these guys were hedge fund guys, okay, VC guys. So they're presenting this to other VC people, right, other high level people. So these guys are A1, right? These guys do not play when it comes to light paper, okay. This is the whole light paper. You come in here, you can read the entire light paper, okay, about what this project does, how it works, everything, the tokenomics, everything. We give you everything here. So there's no second guessing what we do here. You click on there and it takes you to the bit scanner. That's the light paper for that one, right? So that's the light paper. Oops, I'm sorry. Yeah, if you see right here, right? You open up, this is the Grow light paper. They break down everything. It's so detailed, okay? All that it does, what it does for the ecosystem, how we benefit in the world by with this Grow project, right? Everything here. You can see everything. Okay, you can scan that. You can click on the link, and you can go and see the actual smart contract address. Okay, so right, we go here. You click that. I click on the light paper. And click on Learn More, and now with the Learn More, right? Oh, let me see. With the Learn More, it's a video, right? They had a video right there. Let me see here. All right, with the Learn More. Scroll down, okay? Let me see if you're seeing this, what I'm seeing. Yep, okay, cool. With this Learn More, it shows you the benefit, but it also shows you where we actually are live, where you can actually click and see these contracts live. I can go to PancakeSwap, okay? And here we go. Here's the Grow token. Here's where you can buy the token if you want to buy it. But why buy it when you can mine it, right? I'm not into buying this anymore. I'm into mining the token so I can buy any other token I want. Okay, and you see right here. Now it's here. PancakeSwap has it right here. Okay, I would never buy when I can mine. Okay. So then you got that. You have it here. You can click on the big contract, right? It shows you the big contract. Here we go. Grow token. So everything is here on the light paper. We're not hiding anything. We're showing you live and direct, right? We show you live and direct. Here's the BC scanner. Here's the growth. Everything you need to know. Here's the transactions for grow. Okay. 16 seconds ago. This is happening. People are actually buying. So swap is a swap exchange token, transfer. You can see what it is. We don't hide anything, guys. This is how you notice this is real. Okay. Dex screener. That's another blockchain where you can actually see what's going on that blockchain. Okay. Which is what I showed you guys on my phone. You come in and see it live and direct. You're seeing this is the grow, right? Grow right here. By debt, that's our ticker symbol. DEBT, that's our ticker symbol. And so this is, you see all the people that's buying grow right now, buying the token. They're buying the tokens. We're mining the tokens. So when they buy it, they gotta wait and hold and wait for it to go up. Okay? We're buying it. I mean, we're mining it. So we can care if it goes up or down. It doesn't matter. We're getting more coins every single day. I hope you guys are getting this. Okay. And the last thing I'm gonna share with you guys, and we're gonna let you get out of here, is just a wonderful woman who talked about her experience. This woman right here, she actually lives off of nodes. This is her living. This is what she did for a living. She buy nodes, she live off nodes, right? Let me show you, let me kind of share with you guys her story real quick. Okay. All right. Ty, you can hear this?
No, we can't hear it right now.
Let me go here.
Some light on the matter.
Oh, okay, sounds good.
I will tell you, if you are going to,
Let's go back.
Look, Darcy, I just need to school the people because you know the deal. For all the people who think they're doing something because they got one aluminum, okay? Can you please tell them? Can you please just shine some light on the matter?
the number one thing I will tell you, if you are going to, I've bought notes not just from IX Global or Debtbox, I've bought notes from other companies. That's how I make my living, talking from experience, but you want to get your notes as soon as possible. The reason why you don't wait is because of the token count.
Mm-hmm.
So if you wait, you get less tokens. So when I bought my first NatG, it was over 20,000 tokens it was giving me a day. Now if you buy NatG, it's going to cost you more. Plus you're going to get about 4,000 less tokens a day. It's a big difference.
Mm-hmm.
So your goal is you want the highest token count that you can get, that you're going to hold for more. Just hold them.
Mm-hmm.
From past experience, I'm telling you, hold your tokens. Don't worry about the price going up and down or whatever it does. Hold it, pay your monthly, and just sit back and watch the magic happen with your note.
So for somebody who says, what do you think is going to be doing 3 months? How do you get them out? Is that the wrong mindset?
100% the wrong mindset. You're not trying to get them out in 3 months.
Mm-hmm. Because tell them real quick, because what happened when you cashed in too quick some time ago?
The first time I bought a node, I didn't know what I was buying, didn't even know what the word node was.
Mm-hmm.
A friend of mine called to borrow some Bitcoin, loaned it to him, and I said, should I be doing it? You know, you just trust them.
Right.
So I said, well, give me 4. Didn't know what I had, didn't have a clue. And then about a week later, he tried to explain to me, I kept calling it a nose, not a node. And I bought it for $1,000 each.
Mm-hmm.
At that time, it was producing me 10,000 tokens a day. It's another company, not Debtbox.
Mm-hmm.
And forgot about it.
Mm-hmm.
But I was actually, they were hooked up at 4 little laptops hooked up in my house, only 4 nodes. And then I wanted to invest in something else.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, it's gone from a fraction of a penny to a half a cent. And I'm like, really? He says, you can pull some money out. So I went, I pulled out, I sold 20,000 worth of my tokens,
Mm-hmm.
got the 20,000. Literally 5 hours later, it went to 2 cents.
Wow.
So you do the math. That's a quick loss of $60,000.
Mm-hmm.
Made one more mistake and did it again about 6 months later. Didn't hold them. And it went from 2 cents to 40 cents.
Wow.
So I lost millions of dollars.
Mm.
So I'm telling you, I just bought a new dress that says, everybody else is selling, I'm holding.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So in crypto right now, if it scares you because the market, it's just like the stock market going up and down.
Right.
This is the time to buy.
Buy, yes.
So if you're paying crypto and you hold it, crypto's not going anywhere.
That's right.
Like NFTs, London, you just passed a law that's now it's an asset.
Mm-hmm.
There's other companies coming on. Crypto's not going anywhere. So me personally, I make my living off of crypto. I love nodes. I love the debug.
I'm learning to love them too.
Because it's probably and then do your own research. I tell people, type in nodes in Google and the top 10 nodes and look at what they talk about being one of the safest investments. Even though we don't talk about reverse, but you are buying something and there's no guarantee.
Right.
So like disclaimer, I can't promise you these nodes are going to make you $1 million. Nobody can. If there's a true investment, nobody can promise you what you're going to get in return.
Right.
They can say, hey, this is what the past performance was. And this, so I can tell you what my notes did that I previously bought. But I know my first note I bought, I paid $1,000 for. If you want that note today, it's $100,000
Wow.
each. And I paid as high as $68,000 for one note.
$68,000
For one note.
And so you would say that what we're buying them for is on sale between $1,500 and $6,000
really
is on sale. Right.
Really on sale.
Right.
And so as soon as our company comes out with a new note, buy it.
Mm-hmm.
Scrape up, always have a couple of thousand saved aside so they come out with a new one because you want the high. The more of us that buy the note, it is not that it dilutes the pool, but they only allocate so many tokens a day. So every time somebody's buying a Nat G, that's a couple less tokens I'm getting a day.
Mm-hmm.
So when I bought my Nat G, it was over 20-some thousand tokens a day.
Mm-hmm.
Now I think it's 16,400 right now.
Something like that.
Yeah. So everybody's buying more, and I'm like, look, I'm not rushing away.
Yeah. Now, look. Let's talk goals, because you have a goal for how many nodes you want to own.
But 50 was my first mark. So at least 100 nodes, and just talk you straight. No matter what company, just look at the project. That's why I fell in love with this. The person who told me about it,
Mm-hmm.
I probably bought nodes by the time he gave me the link. I'm like, commodities, it made sense.
Mm-hmm.
And we stay away from the coins and things that don't make sense. If
Right.
it doesn't make sense, has nothing backing it,
Mm-hmm.
do your own research. What's backing it?
Mm-hmm.
Have they have a proven track record? This company's already made millionaires with the commodities. Look at what's going on in the world today. Look
Yeah.
at the news. Is gas prices going up or down? It's stuff that we use every day. Grow, Nat G, everything we use.
Mm-hmm.
So if we're using it on a daily basis, what's going to be the demand?
Yes.
And so you're just helping to facilitate. You're like a network that's helping all those transactions go.
Mm-hmm.
And so for helping the transactions go faster, we all get a
Daily
piece of the pie.
rewards.
And so to me, it doesn't matter if it's 5 cents, 2 cents, a fraction of a penny.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting a certain amount of new tokens every day.
Mm-hmm.
Would you rather print them or buy them? But if you sell them, like the person told me about it, when I bought my notes, he was buying in crypto.
Mm-hmm.
So when he sold his, he didn't have any more, but I was still getting token allocation
Every
every
day.
day. So it's like having your own personal ATM machine.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying.
Your own printing press.
It's a print press.
without it losing
So
the value
even
like the
buying
dollar
those
is.
with the debt box, I sold some of my tokens with the other company within 15 minutes. I didn't have to ask nobody permission.
Mhm.
I didn't have to call no company or anything. Say, hey, can I have access to my accounts? So me personally, I deal with companies. I have access to my funds.
Mm-hmm.
So right now, even though I'm holding, if I had a family emergency right
Mhm.
now, I can go up, get on a computer,
And that's
go
what
sell my
I
tokens
love. 'Cause
right now instantly.
I heard of so many people who are hooked up with. I
Different
call them
companies.
different companies where it's like a clue. If you can't get them out right away, or you can only get out a certain
Then you don't have
percentage, or you have to
control.
wait a certain amount of
I
months.
don't have to call Debtbox.
Right.
I don't have to call IX Global to get permission to sell my tokens.
Exactly.
I can transfer them right now within the next hour and have the money on my exchange if I agree to sell them that low.
Mhm.
You're crazy to do it.
Right.
Because you're never going to get as many tokens as it goes. So right now, I'm never going to get back that 4,000 a day. If I sell them too early,
Right.
I'm taking, like I said earlier, and
Mhm.
that's crazy.
So right now, it should just be about accumulation. You want to accumulate as
hold.
many nodes and as many tokens.
When I tell people
As
I
you
share
can.
about, they're like, oh, well, I'll just get one a month. This is only do what you can afford to do. That's not going to hurt your family.
Right.
Hold
That's
on.
your mom.
Hold on
Okay.
one second.
So there you have it, right? We got the proof from people who actually do this, right? And that's what you really understand, right? That's what you need to understand. We're in a position to where we actually get to do this. So, all right, you guys probably asking, how do I get started? How do I do this? Well, you can get started with the membership. We get started for the membership to get access to the license at wholesale. It's $145 to get access to the license at wholesale, and then you can buy rentals at $250 or full licenses starting at $2,000 and going up. Okay, so the key is get your $145 membership, right? If you want to be able to share this, you can go from $145 to $50, depending on where you go, and talk to the person that actually brought you in. But we go in at $145 because we know the power of accumulating our licenses and then be able to share what our licenses are doing for people. And we see, when they see that, they're like, listen, how do I get access to that? Okay. So what you see right here, the compounding calculator. For me, let's say I was able to buy a license at $1,000, okay, a license. If I want to make $100,000 a year, type 100,000, all right, and it's going to tell me how many licenses I need to go ahead and go ahead and buy. Okay, so if I want to make $8,333 a month, right? Then I know I need 2,100 licenses, or if it's 2,000, you just double, you just double it to 41, right? So the give or take. But what I do is, if you wanted to make 100,000 a year, then what you really want to do is double it up, right? Because half of that I'll make for the year, the other half I'm gonna go ahead and buy more nodes. That's the strategy. So I'll say, okay, I need 41 licenses at $1,000. That's $41,000. Boom, to get my $200 in a month. $200,000 a year. I'll be at $16,000 a month. Boom, making $557 a year. That's all the people who are high level, high thinking, and look at their 401ks, or looking at their 401ks turn to 201ks, or looking at some money they may have saved and working for so long. Who knows, right? But once again, only invest what you can afford to lose. You want to start low and say, I want to make $50,000 a year. Okay, $50,000 a year. And you'll get this calculator so you can kind of play with the numbers. That's 10 licenses. If you want to make whatever, unless you're 10,000 a year or 20,000 a year, right? Extra, part-time or perpetually, right? That's 4 licenses, right? 4 full licenses, 4 full beverage licenses. This is my bev license. This right here is my bev. We got swipe coming out. I got bev. I got blocks, right? I have every number in there to determine what I need to do. Okay. I'm just talking about the bev license because it's giving me $13 a day. And so if I wanted to make $20,000 for the year, that's 4 bev licenses. So like I said, $145 to get started, and then you'll buy your nodes, whatever your nodes are going to be, whether you buy a $250 rental or you buy, my guy said he got 40 nodes. Let's go, my guy.
Let's go.
Listen, one thing you guys need to understand, that whether you do it or not, it's happening, right? Now people are probably saying, yo, Jeff, this thing, it's too good to be true. There's no way this is going to be is what you're saying it is. And I say, I say to people like that, I say, you know what? You're right. For you, it's too good to be true. Right? But for people that's already in these rooms, that have been in these rooms for years, like the woman that you just saw who buys nodes and she lives off of nodes, this is just the norm. Right? This is their normal. You just got privilege. You just got a privilege to go ahead and look at it and get access to this information yourself. And so now it's time for you to get in the rooms where this is not too good to be true. It's actually your new normal.
It's your reality. It's your lifestyle. That's why we call it no life, right?
No life, right? And so you got to understand that this has been happening long before you got exposed to it. Okay, they've been mining for 15 years. They've been making money off these mines for 15 years. The reason why we have access to this now is because the partnership between the Debt Box and IX Global. That's one. Shout out to Joe Martinez, and the fact that now that it's tokenized, they need as many people to decentralize the projects. The more people have the licenses, the less the company has access to all the licenses to piggy bank. And so if a hacker want to come in and hack all the money, they can't hack everybody. They got to hack everybody's account, right? And so I want to get back to LaTanya, because I'm telling you right now, no life, right? If you're ready to get started, DM or inbox somebody, no life. If you got down to here and you're ready to get started, whether you're going to do a 410 package or a 2160 package or more, get back with the person and say, I'm going to get started. I want to buy my rentals or buy my perpetuals and get in this game so I can start mining for me every day. And the person that brought you here is going to make sure you get set up right. Shout out to my guy. What he got?
Hey, before you bring Tanya back up, I gotta let them know the song. The song that we working on is coming out. It's gonna be hot. No life. That's the only life I know. Huh, Jeff? No life. Got to get my crypto on. Huh, Tanya, what? No life. Oh, my bad. They ain't ready, but I just want to give y'all 2 bars. We got 12 more bars coming.
It's coming.
Hey, look, we can say no, and we can say no. No poverty, no living paycheck to paycheck. Like we not living that life either. No, we not living. We saying no to that life and yes to no life. It's really simple and it's easy to get started. But like I said, what keeps most people at a poverty level is number one is a lack of information. Well, if you're on this live stream or you're watching the replay, you can't say you don't have the information, right? If you're learning every day, you should be earning every day. And I mean advancing in your earning. If you're learning every day, you should be earning every day. If you're not earning every day, not once, not weekly, not bi-weekly, not monthly. If you're not earning every day, it's because you're not learning every day. And so most people have to get rid of their BS. Somebody says, oh my God, sing it, Coach Price. They want to encore Coach Price.
Jeff told me I'm working on 16 bars. Jeff told me I only give him 4. So I gave him 4.
Yeah, I gave him 4. Okay, this is singing. But this is just something that we're wrapping it up, you all. Thank you all for tuning in and share this. I'm just reading this as well. Robert Kiyosaki again, the best-selling book of all times, Rich Dad Poor Dad. He warns about the crash in the economy due to the Fed raising the interest rates. There's something else you all need to watch every time they have a meeting, and it happened Wednesday. And he expects stocks, bonds, real estate to crash. So my question to you: what are you doing with your 401k, your pension, if you have a job? As a result of these bank runs that have failed, right? Asset prices will collapse under higher interest rates. If you watch the Fed meeting, the interest rate was raised 25 basis points. And so raising these interest rates will crash the stock market, bonds, real estate, and the United States dollar. So we're moving out of cash into crypto and artificial intelligence blockchain technology as we got the node life going on. And as she said, you can simply just research what is a node, right? In traditional finance, if you have a Visa or a MasterCard, that is called a central administration. That's a centralized chain that your transactions are validated on from the top of the system. But anyone can set up a node. They can download this from their phones. We have it on our phones. We have it on our laptop from anywhere in the world. And these crypto commodities, Bitcoin being the only deemed commodity in the crypto space right now, they are commodities that are comparable in the likeliness of a Bitcoin. And earlier, Jeff asked you all, if you could have got Bitcoin under a penny or under $1, how much? Some people said 1,000. That bothered me just a little bit. We need to elevate your thinking. I went for $1 million. Then I felt bad because Jeff said 10 billion. I was like, wow, I was not thinking big enough. But the thing is,
think and grow rich.
Right. Think and grow rich. That's right. Think and grow rich. It does not take $1 million to get 1 million tokens here. It does not even take $1,000 to get 1,000. Jill said I would have got Bitcoin at 10 billion. Would not have taken him $10 billion had he purchased digital software like this. And I'm wrapping it up. Thank you all, the serious people tuning in on Friday night, for tuning in. But I asked a question at the beginning of this live stream. Would you rather have a penny that doubles each day for a month or $1 million? I want you all to drop your comment, especially if you're watching this in the replay. Would you rather have a penny that doubles every day? Because a lot of these crypto commodities are priced under a penny right now. And this is the price or this is what's the principle rather that's called compounding interest. Did you know? And let me show you this. Let me show you this chart. The power of having a penny to double every day. Okay, I see some people say penny. I'd rather have, that's right. We're talking about leverage versus labor. And I'd rather have 1% of 100 people's no's, right, than 100% of my own. No life. Someone says I'd rather have a penny that double every day, right? If it does not make right sense, we don't do it, and that's CENTS. So at a day, this is a penny doubling every day, right, for 30 days. The real power of compound interest, and this is what we are introducing to you all, where you may think, first of all, this is priced in US dollar. We know what's going to happen to the dollar. So you don't want to look at the price point right now. That's not the value of it. And she said in the video that he just played, we are using these are consumable products that we are using every day that have to be used in the real world. So a lot of people get Bitcoin for the store of value, but Bitcoin is not used in commerce in a real world on an everyday basis. So this is supply and demand. She asked the question, do you think the price of gas will go to the price that it was last summer or even higher? I believe it will. I believe we'll see that by May. That's why I'm accumulating natural gas cryptos. Crude oil, right? Black gold went up, increased 120,000%. It was released in November 2021. 10 months later, it was millionaires made from that project, right? Now, we always say that past performance is not a promise of future performance, but it is a great indicator. Past performance may not be a predictor of future performance, but it sure is a great leveraging tool and an indicator, because I believe that history always repeats itself, and sometimes even with a twist and a bigger twist. So 30-day accumulation. Jeff, since you're the man with numbers, on a 30-day, if I just doubled a penny a day, can you see this chart?
1 trillion%.
What's that number at the day 30?
That's day 30. That's $5.3 million, y'all.
Right. And this is, go ahead.
Off a penny, right?
Mm-hmm.
You see, when Latanya said, "Oh, this," when somebody put 1,000, we're not coming at you, but it's free to think. It's free. No one's going to charge you for thinking big, and this is where we got to be. 1,000 tokens. That's all you want. If you could have it, I said a 10 billion just to be modest.
Mm-hmm.
But it's free to think big. So why not start practicing and living in the world of thinking big so you can do big? There's nothing we can say about what we're seeing, right? This is timestamped. Your future is now timestamped right now on what's about to happen for your next 10 years for you. You're going to be saying, I was there when I saw this video, right? I saw this video. It was 2 hours long, right? But that was the moment I said, yes. And then 10 years from now, your whole entire lineage, your family, your legacy is thanking you for the one decision to say yes and the action of accumulating as many contracts that produce as many tokens before the prices go up.
Hey, Jeff and Tanya, I want to add one thing, y'all. If y'all know anything about the Federal Reserve, they print and they burn money 24/7 all year round. Just imagine every time you purchase a license, you really purchase it. You printing money every day, 24/7. So imagine you being able to print money from one of these licenses, 10 of these licenses, 20 of these licenses, 24/7. See, most people say, oh, I like to make money when I'm asleep. What about making money while you wide awoke? Like right now, we wide awoke. Me, Jeff, and Tanya, it's something on our phone 24/7. It goes in circle. It never stops. So we got that for, they say 10 plus years, they being modest. But if you listen to what Jeff said a while ago, they got some gold mines, probably some natural gold, natural net G that they mining. It's probably gonna be, some of us might not even be alive when they done mining. but they modest with it. They say 10 plus years. So imagine being able to print money from your cell phone 24/7, 365, 366 if we got a leap year. That's all I got, y'all. The license to print money, buy you 1, buy you 5, buy you 10, tell a friend. I'm done.
You're right, Coach. Look, while we're sleeping, while we may be sick, or we might just be still being successful. Any of those S's, you making money. So hey, because life happens to us all, right? You know, it's yeah, make money while you sleep, but yeah, make money while you're still successful. You might be on the beach, and then some type of unexpected life, health issues might come, and you can still make money while you're sick. If you don't think that's important, then get a doctor bill. And see if they ask you, do you have insurance first before you get any treatment? Right. That's it. Texas Tea, Black Gold, baby. All right. Thank you so much, you all. We will be doing much more of this in the future. Again, as Jeff said, trillionaires, you know, get back with the person that invited you out to this live stream, right? You watch Netflix more than 2 or 3 hours.
Wow.
Wakanda, how many hours long? How long was Wakanda?
Oh, like 8 hours long. You know.
Oh my God! If you watch Wakanda or a Disney movie, you know. And so, hey, 2 hours is a small investment of your time in order to get positioned for the greatest wealth transfer in human history. Make sure you all hit the thumbs up, and we will be doing.
Hey, before we go, Jeff, tell them what they say. Tell them what they say, Jeff.
Go hard or go homeless, y'all. Listen, be great because you are great. Latanya is one amazing person. So let's get it, y'all.
Thank you all. Get back with the person that invites you in. Tell them I'm ready to
Bravo,
go.
you know.
Peace.
Say it, buddy. Hurry up.